There's tremendous litigation going on.
With President Donald Trump tweeting on Friday about legal proceedings challenging results showing a Joe Biden victory, WUSA 9 spoke to professors at Georgetown Law and George Washington University Law about the legal road ahead.
From what we know now, the Trump campaign's legal claims are weak.
With Joe Biden ahead in several key states on Friday evening, the focus will soon likely turn to recounts. But with Biden's lead growing in the thousands in multiple uncalled states, recounts may not be enough for the president.
They don't change by thousands of thousands. They change by dozens or hundreds.
The Trump team will need to show strong evidence of significant voter fraud or other issues to keep a sizable amount of votes from being counted. And from what we know at this point, GW law professor Alan Morrison says that could be a challenge.
But so far, they've got a lot of lawyers out there on the stumpings. And from what I've seen, they've got pretty much small bore activity.
But could a challenge make its way to the Supreme Court like it did in the 2000 presidential election? Georgetown law professor Joshua Gensler says if previous decisions this year show any indication, that effort too could come up short.
Indeed, the Trump campaign has already abandoned some of its litigation on appeal, having lost in the lower court. So thus far, it's the courts that are saying these claims don't get you anywhere.
Now, as far as a timeline moving forward, both law professors say any sort of legal challenge would likely need to be resolved by mid-December, when states resolve any voting conflicts and electors certify the state results. But the two law professors add that the Trump campaign could still build a case, and with votes still being counted, the presidential race still faces an uncertain road ahead. I'm Tom Dempsey, WUSA 9.